everybody, Randy Snyder here, and welcome to another segment of What's Grillin' with Outdoor Cap. Hey, I'm happy to bring some information to you today on a sunny, Sammamish Saturday. It's going to be 85 here today, just a beautiful day, so let's dive right into the content. So, wanted to go a little bit deeper dive, maybe that 60-foot cliff dive into our domestic patches because it's been such a strong program. Even with all the inquiries for specs and virtuals and programs we're putting together, we're still getting questions from people that don't quite know the entire program, and so we're kind of trying to fast track a little bit of that information for you right here in this segment. So we do 3 different patch styles, all of those patches a 48-piece minimum. So we can do 24 and 24 on 2 different cap colors of the same style, but we still have to hit that same patch commitment of 48 pieces. You can also order additional patches if you're going to order a qualifying cap order, maybe to have some on hand, to have some extras to put on jackets, apparel, tablets, those types of things, bags, etc. So jumping into the patches themselves. So first one we're going to talk about is our leather patch. We have 15 different shapes right now in our leather patch. So here's one of the first ones. That's our low left placement in a diamond shape. So of those 15 different patch shapes for leather, we can do 9 of them into the corners. So keep an eye out for that. That's kind of an evolution. We've developed that just this year. So we can put more and more looks into those front corner locations. Of the 2 types of leather patch colors, I'm going to show them to you right now. We've got a tan. We've also got a little bit darker chocolate. So that's also in that same low left location. And then third, we've also, of course, we can do those center locations for you. So there is your center location. So we'll also do, we'll bond the patch down first, and then we do the running stitch around the outside of the patch. So keep us going on patches. Let us know what you need. Spec samples are usually 1 to 2 days. Virtuals are 1 to 2 days. Spec samples can be in that 3, 4, sometimes 5-day range, depending on how many we're going to do. Here's a couple more examples. Here's our chunky watch cap, the OC804, brand new cap for us this year. 3-inch cuff, really a really nice way to put a leather patch on the bottom of that cuff right there. And then lastly, just one of our new OC805, really cute looking cable knit. Comes in 4 colors. You can see how leather patch rectangular looks down on the bottom of that knit beanie. So next we're going to talk about sublimation. So in sublimation, we actually have 14 different shapes. 3 of those shapes can go down into that low left, low right. So first thing on sublimation, you tend to get those bigger logos for sublimation, so we don't do a lot of corner locations. That's one of the reasons. Bigger placements, more gradient details, harder to really kind of pull together your color schemes when you're doing either a tonal look on leather or the limitations that you sometimes have with embroidery. It's really, really a good fit for sublimation. So the 2 different ways we're finishing off your patches, whether it be sublimated or embroidered, is either a flat satin stitch like that, which is kind of unlimited for colors, or with a marrowed stitch. So with your marrowed stitch, I think we have 12 different color options on how you finish out your patch. So again, 14 different shapes, whether it be sublimated, or 11 shapes here in a second when you look at the embroidered. So over here we're going to take a look at embroidered patches. So kind of straightforward. Obviously we're taking a base cotton twill fabric. This one is black in this case, directly embroidering white over the top of that, and then here is your marrowed stitch edge in a nice rectangle and a really cool red label cap. So really nice big patch in this case. Patch prices don't change no matter what size. Embroidered patches are $8 on an A. Sublimated patches are $9 on an A. And then your leather patches are $10 on an A. So taking a look at another embroidered patch. Here's a really nice center placement on a diagonal. And you've got kind of a brown embroidered fabric. And then you've got your flat satin stitch around it. So that's our OC802, really cool etched camo cap with that patch on it. And then lastly, that same knit cap you want, watch cap you saw earlier, here it is with an embroidered circle patch on the middle of it. One thing we get asked a lot, can you do woven labels? We can do those offshore. We don't have those in our domestic patch program. Can you do custom shapes like a fish or a truck or some other shape that's specific iconically to your customer's end user's logo? Well, we don't do custom shapes in patches. Those can be done offshore, but we don't do those domestically. So give us your artwork, whether it be vector art, as good of art as you can send us. We'll get those patches put up in a virtual, then we can move right on into your spec samples. One thing to note, we can go to final production off of virtuals with our sublimation and with our leather, because we're not obviously working our embroidery process into those. Those are typically really, really true from the time you get your virtual to the time you get your finished product. So that can save us a little bit on production. I think that's about it from here. So hope you're having a great day, and look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye.